Hamstring, this is important for the hamstring glute tie-in here. This is one of my favorite exercises. I actually like to start with these before I go into a lot of stuff. My hamstrings were something that I really needed to kind of work on to tie in with this glute hamstring. This is a great warm-up to lead into the rest of your leg.
Now, I do want to mention one thing here. Something very interesting. Now, you'll see that the roller is a little bit higher on his shin than it starts.
Focus on squeezing it, bringing it up.
See, it's down by his ankle here, and then it rolls a little bit up. Why is that happening? It's happening because of that right there. That is the machine's pivot. He's a little bit too far up on this thing. He needs to slide down a little bit and bring his knee a little lower so that it's aligned with that pivot, and then he would travel the same arc, this bone would travel the same arc as that lever, and the roller wouldn't move. So if you're doing leg curls, and this happens all the time, this is a very common mistake. Now, is it working? Well, sure, it's working, but what's happening is as he pulls that lever up, and as that roller moves down his leg a little bit, he shortens his lever length and diminishes the resistance, right? So he'd get a little bit more resistance at the point of contraction if he slid down just an inch or two, so he was more in line with that pivot.
So I'll start pretty light with this and focus on squeezing it, bringing it up. I don't put on too much weight here. I load it up and kind of stick to the 8, 10, 12 range. Nothing less than that, but this one here is really important for the glute hamstring tie-in.
Well, this couldn't possibly be glute. And the reason is because that's the joint of the glute. So there's no way that he could be activating the glute. I mean, he could, if he lifted this femur up just a little bit, in other words, if he tried to raise his knee up off the pad, he would be activating that glute a little bit, but there's no way he can come down and elongate that glute. So this is an isolation exercise. This is strictly hamstrings.